What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we're going to take a look at the performance of Oath, Blade and the Nightstalkers overall in terms of raids. We're gonna take a look as well on them in Dark Dimension in a future video, and also in Alliance Wars and so on, but for now we're really gonna focus on raids because this is a raid team, right? And maybe you are going to be disappointed, but this team is not good. This team is kind of garbage, but I have been saying that for a few weeks already, even that people don't want to believe. And we are in this situation where this team really sucks. Like, we have 4 members, and these 4 members cannot beat the raids easily, while the Orcish team or any other team, always with the 4 members, they will be able to beat the nodes easily. It's not the case with this team. And this is with Blade, which is a character that has awakened abilities. Like, if you don't have these awakened abilities, it's really terrible. And on top of that, this team relies on you doing a lot of crits. And the problem is that the team itself does not have enough crit mechanics. So one time you're gonna get very lucky, you get the crits that you need, you apply the vulnerabilities that you need, other times you don't, and then the team just fall off. So I'm not really sure what Scopely is expecting with these characters, but I'm not sure. Now, other problem with this team is that they require a huge investment. So you can take a look, my characters, they are now Oath is 5 yellow stars, but in the video we're gonna watch, she was 3 yellow stars, 3 red stars. Crimson gear, which is gear tier 19. Then we have purple eyes await on 3 characters with purple eyes await. We have Agatha and Moon Knight with crimson gear and 3 diamonds, which is very expensive. And this team is still going to somehow not perform properly. Now, this is going to be without Mephisto and without Odin, because this team, I guess, it's going to be for new players, right? But if you are at the end game, if you are a free-to-play player, a veteran player, and you are thinking about spending your power cores, maybe wait a little bit longer. I don't know what to tell you, because this team right now really fails. I was able to one-shot all the nodes, but the second node and the boss node required multiple attempts. So yeah, sure, if you get the perfect RNG, if you get the crits in the right moment, it's possible to do so, it's possible to one-shot the nodes. But by no means you can sim it. So if you are thinking about simming, it's not the case. And once again, with Orcish, it was possible to sim with just 3 characters, and even better with 4 characters, but with this one it's just impossible. So we're gonna take a look at the gameplay, and then you guys decide for yourself what you want to do with this team. This team has value in Alliance Wars, this team has value in Cosmic Crucible, this team has value in Dark Dimension, but once again, their main gist is raids, right? So we'll see. Okay, so as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure you share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure you smash that like button like a boss. Now, these guys, they are bosses. It's just not in raids, which is a little bit strange, but anyway. So let's take a look at them in raids. So not this window, we want this window. And we're going to take a look at this in fast speed, so because we have no time to place. Now, other problem with this team is that their position is very important. They have a lot of drain mechanics, and depending on where the characters are placed, you are not going to be able to take the full advantage of the drain, which is a big deal. Now, all of these nodes feel difficult for this team. It's just the way it is. And Oath really comes through with exposed mechanic by clearing safeguard for some characters. The problem with that is that is very RNG dependent. You never know for sure which buffs are going to be removed, and sometimes you can remove the safeguard and taunt, other times you can't, and if you can't, you are really gonna struggle. So you can see that for sure we are doing a nice amount of damage, but like I said, depends, because sometimes you are not going to be able to do this much damage. We are going to take a look at the second node, the attack I did, and the fail, and you will see why it's failing. And then we will take a look at the attack that I did properly, and then we'll take a look at the boss node. The boss node also required 2 attacks, because of the RNG, and I mean, it's pretty much it. We also had to switch the eyes away from these characters. I had to switch Moon Knight from Striker to Raider. He's still a good striker in Alliance Wars, Cosmic Crucible and so on, shorter matches, but on these longer matches like Raids, Dark Dimension, you definitely want to use your Moon Knight as a Raider, because you just don't have enough vulnerabilities. That's the main problem, is that you don't have enough vulnerabilities. So first node, it was fine. Once again, we cannot say that this is good, right? It's not good because you are spending Crimson Gear, Purple Eyes Await, all these things, and we are still spending power cores or money to unlock these characters, and it still feels like they are kind of underperforming. So once again, like, my main problem with this team is that they have a lot of crit mechanics, which they are not using. I'm not sure why they are not using their crit mechanics, because they just don't have a crit boost like other teams have, which is a big problem in my opinion. Okay, let's take a look at the second node. Once again, like I said, this is going to be a fail attack, yikes. But I want you to guys see that, yes, it is the truth. These guys can fail even, and I already got the Blade Awaken ability. Other problem that this team has, the special of Karen Page, it's supposed to steal health, and when you steal health from like Thanos, his passive does not activate. But we have two problems with that. We don't know if she steals health first and then she does damage, or if she does damage and then she steals the health. Because if it's the latter, then this means that you cannot use it properly against Thanos, and that's going to be a big deal. Okay, so you can see right here that we are just not doing enough damage to our enemies, and because of that, we are going to die. This team also does not have a lot of buffs. This team also does not handle properly negative effects. If they get like heal block or ability block or some kind of defense down as well, that's another problem. Disrupt is insanely bad against this team. It's heal block and disrupt is like the worst problems that this team has. And once again, that's a huge deal, right? Because all of these characters that we are facing, they are very, very problematic. So you can see, first attack on the second node was an absolute fail. We had no chance. And then I decided to switch the eyes away around from a few characters, especially Moon Knight, because we need him as a Raider, because otherwise we don't have enough vulnerabilities, and without enough vulnerabilities, we are not going to apply enough damage to the enemies. And once again, we are talking about Agatha and Moon Knight, Crimson Gear, 3 diamonds. This is just so expensive in terms of gear. It's not expensive in terms of money. It's expensive in terms of wasting your resources, that it really makes you wonder, like, this team just does not feel good. It does not feel at the same level like Orkish is, and the latest teams we have, right? Spider Society and so on. It feels like Spider Society before Spider Society got rework. It feels like Orkish before Orkish got rework. Let's be honest, Orkish was also garbage when they were released, and right now we are pretty much on the same situation. Okay, so now we're gonna use Moon Knight as a Raider, and we got lucky, we got a bunch of crits, but if we don't get enough crits, like, it's a problem. We don't have offense up, we don't have defense down yet on the enemies. They only get defense down after you attack them, so that's gonna be a big problem as well. But thankfully this time we are doing a little bit more damage. You can see that Karen Page special, it does the damage before it steals the health, and because of that, like I said, you cannot stop the Thanos passive, which is a big problem for sure. Because once again, this team is not going to be tanky enough for them to handle this. So I mean, I guess Scopely is forcing free-to-play players to not be able to complete on the highest level of raids, but this doesn't feel good for sure, right? At least I would not feel good if I would be waiting for like 2 months to unlock a team, and this is what I have left, right? Because yeah, now with these teams, it's gonna take you a very long time for you to unlock these teams. And I didn't even talk yet about the fact that maybe we are going to get more difficulties on this raid, because they have been changing some files around related with the difficulty of the Orkish raid. So I'm not sure, it's not confirmed yet. I don't want to make a video about it yet, because it's going to be a little bit clickbaity. Oh, maybe we'll do it anyway. But I think it's going to be the case, is the fact that we're gonna get more difficulties on these raids, and these teams, they absolutely suck. Okay, so this is the first attack against the boss node. So far it seems like it's going well, right? You'll see that we have a major problem with this gladiator. It's going to be very hard to deal with him. And one problem with gladiator is that we cannot apply expose to him. So the current page passive, the expose mechanic that current page has, it doesn't even work. It's hilarious. So they put this mechanic on this character and it doesn't even work. Why? Like, it makes no sense. Why do this? Like, okay, so it seems like we are doing it, right? It seems like we are doing it, but now we already lost Deadpool. Deadpool already got wrecked. But now we have a big problem, which is another Void Knight, and we also have Red Goblin, which is going to summon another Void Knight. And this is nothing you can do about it, because you just don't have enough damage. And we cannot apply slow to the enemies without the man thing. So yeah, we are in a situation that if you don't have Mephisto, if you don't have Odin, you really need the 5 characters in order for you to do this. Because otherwise, I don't know, like... you can see, we are getting a ton of speed bar. This is what I was checking. We are getting a ton of speed bar for our characters, and still it's not working properly enough. So I had to switch the ISO 8 from Deadpool, from a Skirmisher to Fortifier, just to make sure that she stays alive, because otherwise she would not stay alive. Okay, so here we go. Once again we get all these negative effects in the face. For some reason, Karen Page cleared those negative effects away. I don't see anything in her kit that says that she clears negative effects, but I guess she did. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but she cleared those negative effects, the ability block and so on. And now we are trying to be a little bit more careful, I guess. We're gonna do the health steal on Gladiator rather than doing it on Thanos. And yeah, this time it's working, I guess. I guess it's working. We're gonna try to apply the expose to Nightcrawler, so Nightcrawler cannot gain a safeguard, and even if he does gain safeguard, we are going to clear it away. And once again, we are struggling with this Gladiator. We're going to use the special once again of Karen Page on Gladiator to remove his health, because otherwise it's going to be a problem. Okay, so once again we are in this situation where we have the Void Knight. I apply slow to that other Void Knight. It didn't matter, they still revived the other guy. I'm still going to use the ultimate of Blade to try to apply some blind, some control to them and rewind them. But yeah, I mean, we are definitely struggling here, right? We are going to be able to finish this, but once again, this was massive, really massive investment for a very little return, I think. 3 diamonds on Agatha. Then we have once again, you can see the stats of my team, right? 3 diamonds on Agatha, 3 diamonds on Moon Knight. Then we have Purple ISO 8, Crimson Gear on all these characters. This is an absolutely insane investment, which, in my opinion, it's not working out properly. I understand we don't have the full team. I understand, I'll see the trolls in the comments. Oh, you don't have the full team. Yeah, I know that. But the thing is that with other teams, they were working fine, and it's not the case with this team. So I really hope that Scopely gives them a little bit of a boost. It doesn't have to be like a massive rework by any means, but there are a lot of things in their kits that doesn't make sense. The abilities work in a different order, and because of that, overall, the team just does not perform as good as they should with this kind of investment. Once again, we are talking about Purple ISO 8, we are talking about Crimson Gear, level 100 and so on. So yeah, but you guys let me know in the comments below what you think about this team. Have you tried it for yourself? Did you got lucky with the orbs? I got very lucky with the orbs, as you guys can see, and I was able to get 5 stars for a little investment. And on top of that, like, we have the Blade Awaken abilities. Do you already have the Awaken abilities for Blade? Probably not, right? And not having that blind is going to be a huge deal, and this will also require the amount of investment in power cores. But once again, you guys let me know in the comments below what you think about this team, and as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure you share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Mouse Life Force content, and I'll catch you guys later.